How's it going today, guys? So, today I know it's the 18th, so it's a couple days late, but I'm going to be going over the releases that happened in the first half of November as well as what's slated for the rest of November. And also, I got a couple requests recently to do a My Team gameplay, so I think I'm going to do just play an unlimited game tomorrow with my squad, which will be kind of a longer video, probably like a 45-minute video, but I think I'm going to do that tomorrow, so just be on the lookout for that. If you guys need like tips, I'll probably be giving tips pretty much the whole gameplay, as well as kind of my strategy and like how I use my cards and what cards I'd recommend going for. So if you're just looking to improve your team or you're looking to watch My Team content in general, definitely be sure to tune in tomorrow. But today on our slate, we have, as I said before, the releases that happened in the first half of November, and I'm going to kind of go over what happened, and then I'm also going to go over what's slated for the rest of the month. So, without further ado, I think we should probably get into it. So starting with November 1st, there wasn't really much eventful on November 1st. Obviously, like on the first day of every month, there's a lot of releases, but just nothing really too notable as far as resale or hype. So there's quite a few on that page, and then there's quite a few for the first on the next page as well, I believe. Yeah, so a bunch of these Ultra Boosts that just are kind of always bricks these days because they release way too many. And then the Star Wars collection, wasn't really too hyped up, but I believe that it did drop. I don't think there's much resale value as far as that goes, but I haven't really heard much about it. So usually that means there's just not much hype behind it, but yeah. So the whole Star Wars collection, I talked about it a lot last video, so I'm not going to talk about it much this video. And then the Zoom Freak 2 release, so did the Vapor Max. I mean, they're both not really hyped at all, so not much resale going on there. And then these Puma pairs, I just think are super ugly. Didn't really cover them last video. I'm not going to really cover them this video either because Puma's just really like, I don't know what they're doing, man. They're letting Reebok take their spot, and it's kind of bad. Like, they're just releasing all these, as you can see there, all those boring Vans looking shoes, and then Reebok's releasing a lot of questions and a lot of collabs, and Reebok's definitely has that third spot, I think, right now. Of course, Nike's always going to be number one, Nike/Jordan. And then Adidas is kind of in the second slot, which they have been ever since the Yeezys and Ultra Boost kind of started to come about, which was like in 2015 or so. They've had that second spot, and yeah, so Reebok Question Mid Gridiron, not much hype or anything there. Not really a whole lot going on the 7th, I don't believe, because there was no Jordan release on the 7th, which was kind of weird because it was a Saturday, but yeah. So that's kind of what happened there. And then these Pharrell, this pink and blue colorway have still yet to release. They did not release on the 7th. I believe they're releasing like the 21st or something like that, so keep an eye out if you want either of those two. But the yellow pair did release, and they're going for a little bit over retail, but not much really. I think it's a sick pair, but I don't know. NMDHU is just kind of, there's a lot of shoes that I like better than it, so I don't know if I'm going to cop a whole lot of pairs because they are releasing a bunch now, but I don't know. We'll just see what happens with that. None of those colorways really blow me away, so they're kind of passes for me, but I can see why some people would like them. And then we had on the 9th a few Air Max releases, nothing really too crazy. There were some OG colorways. Some of those might be selling for a little bit over retail, but nothing crazy again. I thought the first half of November was super slow, man. I thought it didn't really pick up until the 10th, which is what we have right here. And here's the Dunk Louvenier, going for about, I think, 300. I bought a pair and I paid 280. And I think that they're going to go up over time. That's kind of why I did that. I'm kind of using it as an investment. I'm sure that this year or next year at about this time they'll be at about 400, 500, and then if they are, I'll let them go. But I'm going to keep them dead stock for now. I just really like them, and I think the suede quality on them is really nice too. So I'm happy to have that pair. I think the resale will go up a little bit. Then we had all these special Kyrie 7s release. I think all of them are going for over retail by a decent margin, just because they were pretty limited. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of any of those. I think there was just too much going on most of them, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's what we have for the 10th and 11th. And there's a few more on the 11th, I think. Yeah. We have this Assassin's Creed collab. I didn't really hear a whole lot about the Yeezy 350 V2 Fade did not release in the US. It only released in Asia, so the resale price is pretty crazy on that pair. I think it's like upper 300s, maybe even close to 400 with the 220 retail, so that's pretty nice. And then SB Dunk Low Elephant, this pair is going for insane amounts right now. And the only reason is because they did not release on sneakers. They released on like a couple websites where you had to enter a draw. And whenever they do that and it's limited and they're hard to get, they're going to be sought after. So this pair right now, as far as I know, is going for about 500-600 with a retail of 100. So crazy profit. I mean, I would obviously pick up that pair, but it's just too much money to spend. I don't even like them as much as the veneers either. So I don't know. Yeah, and then here's the last Kyrie 7 colorway. The Air Pressos are still on sneakers, I think, for retail. On the 12th, we had these BBC Reebok running dogs. Those did end up dropping. They kind of got pretty hyped. I think they're only going for a little bit over retail though, like nothing crazy whatsoever. But yeah, Air Jordan 35 DNA did drop. It did not drop on sneakers, but I think you can still find it on Nike.com if you would just wish to purchase that pair. And yeah, so going on the next page here, we have the Air Max 1 Strawberry Lemonade. Those did sell out. They're going for just a little bit over retail. Same with the Air Jordan 5 What The. I went for this pair, took an L, but yeah. And then the Air VaporMax 2020 Team Red. Like I said before, I think this is a dope pair, but I didn't really see anything about them releasing on sneakers. I think they may have released on Nike.com. But again, VaporMaxes are pretty easy to get. They're not really hyped up or anything, so you can usually get them for retail if you want. So yeah, that's kind of dope. Kyrie Low 3 New Orchid. I got early access to this pair, but of course didn't get them because I just didn't really think that they're worth it. They're not going to go up in value at all. And again, it's just another side model. Like, I hate the side models that they do with shoes. They just need to release Kyrie 7s, Kyrie 6s. I don't want all these Kyrie Low 3s and Hybrid 5s, and it's just awful, man. Nike's doing way too much with that. I think they just need to release more colorways for the actual model. But, I mean, that's obviously just me. There's people that like it because they wouldn't keep doing it if there wasn't. So, I don't know. And then the Sacai Nike Vapor Waffles, both released on the 13th. Those are both going for around 500. I mean, I kind of understand why these are hyped up. I get it's a collab, but that's such an ugly shoe, man. I talked about it last video. Those are absolutely awful, horrible. I don't think when they do like two swooshes like that, it ever looks good. I know there's some people that like it, but I just cannot rock with it, man. I don't know why. And then on the 13th, this Air Jordan 1 mid got delayed again, like I said it would. Did not release. And the Nike Dunk High Pure Platinum did drop. Took an L on those. Going for about, nothing crazy, I think like 250, but Dunks have always double in value, man. The retail is always 100, and they seem to always go for over 200, so every Dunk that releases, I would recommend going for it, man, especially if you need some extra money. And then Air Jordan 1 High Code JP, I actually took my first dub on sneakers of the year of 2020. And I was really hyped when I did. I just got the pair in the mail today. They are very nice. Leather quality is crazy. Like them a lot. So, again, obviously, since I hit on sneakers, I got them for retail, which was 170. They're going for about 300, 280, somewhere around there. So, I think, again, just like with the veneers, I'm going to hold on to these, and I think the value will go up over time. And that's the Air Jordan 1 High OG Code JP Midnight Navy. And then that rounds off the 14th, I believe, unless there was a couple other drops from different brands. I guess we'll see. Oh, yeah, there was a few. These Atmos Adidas Ultra Boost, didn't hear much about those. Ultra Boosts are kind of dead. They keep dropping them, but they just are never going to be as hyped as they once were. Kyrie 7 Sister had another shoe that I got early access to, but did not purchase. I seem to get early access to a lot of Kyries. I don't know why that is, but hopefully I'll get early access if they come out with a dope colorway. That'd be awesome, but I don't know. And then the Adidas Yeezy 700 V3 Safflower, these did not release. They released overseas, but the US release got pushed back to like January 8th or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why they did that, but it's a pretty dope pair. I like them, and of course when they drop, they'll have some resale value behind them as well, because it is a Yeezy 700. And then we have, oh, these are all 16th and 17th. So these did already happen, but I haven't went over them yet. So these three bottom pairs weren't hyped up at all. The Air Jordan 1 Mid Women's Homecoming, I don't know why they haven't changed the date yet. It was originally slated for the 18th, but they did not drop today. And they are dropping on the 20th, which will be Friday. So, yeah. Release got pushed back 2 days. I don't really know why they did that, but yeah. I think that's an ugly Jordan 1, to be honest with you. I do like Jordan 1s, but that colorway is really weird, I think. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. And it is a women's, so I won't be going for it either. So, yeah. And then this Spider-Man PlayStation Adidas Superstar. I guess from what I've heard, this is the shoe that Spider-Man wears in the video game for PS5. So that is really awesome. I love the concept of that, but I do not like the Adidas Superstar. So I will be passing on this personally, but I can see if you're a fan of that game, which I'm not. I do play PS4, but I play my team on 2K mostly, and then I play a little bit of Friday the 13th and a little bit of zombies occasionally too. And when I get my PS5, I'll be playing my team mostly, and then probably Cold War zombies as kind of a side thing if I get bored of my team, which doesn't happen very often. I can pretty much play my team all day, every day. But yeah. Anyway, I kind of got a little off topic there, but this pair is in collaboration with Adidas and PlayStation, and it is the pair that Spider-Man wears in the new game. So again, the concept is really dope. I just don't like the superstar, so I won't be going for him personally, but I think that's really awesome for people who are fans of that game, for Adidas to do that. And I think that's something that Nike needs to do more of. And of course, they don't really have to because they do well as it is. But I think if Nike started doing collabs like that, I mean, it would just be crazy. And then the Elf times Puma Cloud All Pro, I think that's dope that they collaborated with Elf. That's what Puma needs to do more of. But just look at that shoe, man. That is so ugly. It looks like something you'd find at freaking Payless. And usually I don't even say that. I usually say it would be something, that'd be a shoe you'd find in the outlets, or, that's going to be a shoe that goes on clearance. But this is a straight Payless shoe, dude. Look at how bad those are. That looks like something that you would wear, like, for indoor floor hockey or indoor soccer in, like, 2nd grade. Those are so bad, man. I know the collab is dope, but the execution's absolutely horrible. And then the Ivy Park Adidas Women's Ultra Boost is the 3rd Ivy Park colorway. I like them better in the Volt pair, but I still don't like them better than the original maroon pair. And they're women's too, so I'll be passing. And then the Pharrell Adidas NMDHU Black White. This is a sick colorway. I'm going to be passed on them because I'm going to be going for the Dunks myself tomorrow, but super sick colorway. Adidas has been releasing some nice ones with the NMDHU, and it's probably only a matter of time before I cop one for myself. And then the Nike Dunk Low Ceramic, I mean, obviously, I got the veneers, so I'm going to be going for this pair. If they stay at about $250 or under, I'll buy them for resale. But if they go for $300 or over, I won't. That's kind of where I'm sitting at on those. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped for that release tomorrow. Should be pretty dope. And then the Hot Ones times the Reebok Shaq Gnosis also releases tomorrow. This is really dope. Obviously, Shaq's shoe isn't the most appealing, but I do like Shaquille O'Neal as a basketball player, and just a huge fan of him in general. And I think that is super sick that he got a collab with Hot Ones, because obviously you guys know the iconic episode where he was like, I think it was Kansas. Yeah, he was just like, yeah, Kansas can't bring any heat. And then he starts eating the Kansas hot sauce, and he's like, I apologize, Kansas. And then he chugs like a bunch of milk and stuff. And that video, I know a lot of you have probably seen that, is the inspiration behind the shoe. So I think that, of course, is unbelievably dope. But I will not be going for these again because I am more after the Dunks. But super sick shoe. If they go like for retail, I might pick them up because that just the concept of it is sick. But not too much hype with them, so I don't think they'll be going for much over retail. Air Max 1 Magnum Orange, same thing. They'll go for a little bit over retail, but nothing crazy. And I think that's it for... Oh, so now I gotta verify, I guess. That's kind of weird. Okay. What? By typing the G capital UK. Okay, if that's not it, man. God, I don't know why they wanted me to do that, but yeah. So that's it for past. Of course, we already went over these. And they're not really past, they're just on the past tab because they are all releasing tomorrow, which is the 19th. So let's just get on to the 20th and then the rest of the month, and I'll tell you guys what I think is going to go down. So Reebok Kamikaze 2 Sonics alternate. This is a Shawn Kemp. This is a shoe Shawn Kemp wore. So they already did a Sonics home colorway, and now they're doing a Sonics alternate colorway. So I think that's dope. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the shoe, so I'll be passing. But again, it's sick. And the Reebok Question Mid 76ers alternate. I don't know. I like the Question Mid, but I don't like that colorway really. So I'll be passing on that colorway. And then also on the 20th, we have an Air Penny 3. I think this one's called the... Or no. I was going to say that's called the Do It For Dez, but then the Do It For Dez is right next to it. So this is just an Orlando Magic colorway. And then the Do It For Dez colorway is pretty hyped. I don't know. The resale is kind of high right now, so... I might be going for them just for straight profit if the resale stays pretty high, but the shoe itself, I've talked about it before. The only shoe that I like that Penny makes is the Foamposite 1, which is technically the Nike Air Penny 1. I don't like any of the shoes after that. I only like the original Foamposite. So yeah, Babe times Undefeated ZX 8000s. Those are going to be hype because they're a Babe collab. So I'll probably go for them for profit. Air Presto Soar. That's not a bad colorway of the Presto, honestly. I don't mind those at all. And then the Air Jordan 3 Core Purple. This is only releasing overseas, so don't get hyped up about this one. I don't know if it's just Europe or what the stipulations are, but I do know that they're not releasing in the U.S., which kind of sucks, but you know, you got to do what you got to do, I guess, if you're Nike. And then also in the 21st, Air Jordan 35 Bayou Boys. This is Zion Williamson's colorway. Again, I think they're sick, man, but I just am not too pressed to pick up any Air Jordan 35s. I mean, you know, they're not going to go for much over retail. They're not a good investment, so I just am really not too pressed. But that is a dope looking shoe, and I think it would be sick for on court. And then the Concepts Nike SB Dunk High Tur Dunk, and this is a Thanksgiving colorway. It's inspired by, I guess apparently some people for Thanksgiving cook a duck inside their turkey or something like that, and that's why they're called the Tur Dunkin' or Turducken or whatever it is. And I know that that's the inspiration behind the shoe, but I've never really heard of that myself. So I don't know what's going on there really, but it is a dope collab, and the resale is absolutely insane. So definitely go for these on the 21st because you'll have a lot of money in your pocket if you end up scoring on them. And then we have the Pharrell Adidas NMDHU Green. This colorway is nice. I mean, all these colorways of the NMDHU are nice, but they're just pushing out too many at this point, and it's getting repetitive. Air Max 1 Spiral Sage, again, going to perform similar to that Magma Orange colorway. Not much over resale, but again, just another clean pair of Air Max 1s if you're looking to go that route. And then on the 24th, we have the two pairs of Kobe 5 Pro Tro Bruce Lee's. So we, of course, have the OG right here and then the alternate. So I'm going to be going for both of these pairs. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. The profit's going to be crazy. You know, both of them are sick. I might even pay resale for the yellow pair. But I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, they're super sick, so I'll be trying to get them. That's pretty much all you really need to know. And then that's the 24th. They're also releasing another Adapt Automax Triple Black. These have been sitting every time they drop them, so I think that'll be the same with these. Obviously, it's dope, the technology, but I don't know. The high retail price is just steering people away from those, I think. I think it's like $350 or $400, which is insane to me. And yeah, and then we got the Air Jordan 6 Women's Singles Day. This pair is absolutely dope. I'll be going for this pair as well. I usually don't go for women's shoes, but this is an exception, man. Those are absolutely crazy. And then these Nike Air Force Ones, I don't like them at all. They're super hype, but I hate them. I just don't like Air Force Ones really that much. I talked about that last video. And then the Air Max 1 Lemonade, expect these to perform similar to the pink Lemonade colorway, which is a little bit above retail, but nothing crazy. And then on the insole of these Lemonade pairs too, there's also like lemons that are being squeezed, which I think that's dope. I always love when they add sick graphics like that, and I just think it's a dope idea. So I don't know if they go for like a little bit under retail, which I know they won't, but if they did, then I would maybe pick them up. But I don't know, not a whole lot going on there. So yeah. Nike Air Penny 3 Eggplant 2020. That's kind of dope that they're bringing back the eggplant colorway, but I'm going to be passing because I only like the foams, like I said before. And then we got Kyle Kuzma's Puma Clyde All Pro releasing. These don't have much hype behind them, and they are super ugly. They're almost as bad as Kyle Kuzma is in the NBA, in the sneaker world. Kyle Kuzma's horrible. I'm sorry if you're a Lakers fan. He's absolutely terrible. And then the Reebok Question Mid OG Yellow Toe. This is Kobe's colorway that he wore before he was signed with Nike, and I think that's super dope that they're bringing it back. I think it's a sick colorway. Again, you know, I might even go for this pair, but if I don't, if they stay around retail, which, again, I doubt they will, but if they do, I'll pick them up. And then the Air Jordan 4 OG Fire Red 2020, releasing on Black Friday. Pretty hyped. But just because of the quantity more than anything, this is not going to go for much resale value. I mean, obviously the retail will be $190, but I think that they won't go for anything over $250 because they are making a boatload of pairs of this shoe. I think like 800,000, which an average Jordan Retro release is like 250,000. So that just shows you right there. There's going to be 3 times the pairs in circulation than normal. So yeah, those are they're pretty hyped, and you know the quantity, because of the quantity, if you really want them, you'll probably be able to get them, which is dope. I think that's good. They need to do that with more shoes and let people get them that actually want them. So yeah, that's dope. You know, I'll probably be trying to cop them, and I might be able to. So that's cool. And then the Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 Onyx, a sick colorway, definitely really sick. But my focus on the 28th is going to be on the Fire Red 4s, so I'm going to pass on those. Then the Air Jordan 10 Dark Mocha, I don't think these are releasing because they're still not official images, and they've already been pushed back twice, so I think they're going to get pushed back again. And then the Air Jordan 1 High OG Black Metallic Gold, this pair on the other end is confirmed. It is releasing on the 30th. It's a tribute to a friends and family colorway, the Air Jordan 1 that originally released in 1985, and I think that that is absolutely sick. So I'll probably be going for this shoe. Resale will be nice on those two, so definitely I'll be going for them. That women's colorway, not a fan of though. And then, yeah, so I guess that's it for November. So we might as well, there's no reason to go over any of that yet because stuff is just inevitable to change. But yeah, I really, really do appreciate you guys tuning into these videos, whether you're a collector or an investor or not. If you're just like into sneakers, you just like hearing people talk about sneakers, then that's cool too. Wherever you're here, I do appreciate it. I really do hope that you guys will like and subscribe as well. And, you know, I will be dropping a My Team video tomorrow, as I said, an unlimited gameplay. And again, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I know I already said it, but please do that. And I will see you guys in the next vid.